俺は君のために楽園に行く。
Welcome everyone to another episode of Taco's Den of Media. It's your host Mike, of course. Finally, I'm going to give my impressions of the Switch. I know everybody in their dog ages a video saying, hey, here's what I think of the Switch. It's such a great system. I played it all the time. Yeah, so do I. I play it every day since I've had it. Didn't have it day one, though, because I pre-ordered it January 13th on Amazon.ca, and Amazon.ca said, we're going to ship it the 6th of March. Why aren't you shipping it so I can get it day one? Oh no. And then Canada Post says, we're going to take the longest time to give you that Switch. We're going to truck it by horse and carriage. Just like the Wild West, Pony Express style. There's no express about it. It got here like the 10th, 11th of March. You know, screw you, Amazon.ca and Canada Post. I pre-ordered a Pro controller from Best Buy. Came from Mississauga, Ontario, the same place where you sent the Switch from. Then I went through Montreal. Then I went to New Brunswick. Then came to Nova Scotia. And you know what? I got my Pro controller days before I got my Switch. I already had Zelda. I had a case. I had Amiibos. I had my Pro controller. Use any of them until I got my Switch. But anyways, long story short, got my Switch, turned it on, never stopped playing it. PS4 Pro's been sitting in the dust. Only is turned on to play a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn and Mass Effect Andromeda. I know what you're thinking. Why'd you buy that game? Why? I had an inkling of curiosity of how bad that game was. It's not bad. It's alright, I guess. From what I played of it. I can't stop playing the Switch, so I barely had time to play Andromeda. And I talked about my wife to my wife about this, and I said, I think I'm just getting bored of these large AAA 4K Total HD world resolution games. I think they're pretty. I think they're all right. But the minute I put them down is the minute I stop caring. And like with Zelda, I can't stop playing. I put it down. I play some other stuff. I come back. I can't stop playing Zelda. I absolutely love that game. So good. Nintendo's done such a great job with bringing out the Switch, the marketing, the lineup so far. I don't mind the lineup. I've bought a lot of the launch titles that's out for the Switch, and I think they're great. I don't think there's a drought of games right now, and it's funny that people say, it's only a Zelda machine. Well, there's other games for it. You know, indie titles and such, and we have Lego City Underground coming out the 4th of April. I haven't played that yet. I may be picking that up. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the 28th of April. I'm definitely picking it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That game will be mine. And it was funny. I had that pre-ordered at EB and realized, I don't have Zelda. I'm just going to take it off Mario Kart 8 and get Zelda. Why not, right? So that's how I got my Zelda game. But it was weird having all this stuff for the Switch and not having the console to play it on. I was like, they're not going to ship it the 6th. They're just saying that. No, they shipped it the 6th. So Thank you, Amazon.ca. I will never pre-order something from you again. But yes, they did a great job. The screen is great. It looks colorful, a beautiful display. Joy-Cons work great. I've never had any issues with them. I don't have any scratches from the dock. The Pro controller is amazing. Absolutely love that controller. Probably my favorite controller to play with. And so much so that when I went back to play Overwatch on my PlayStation 4 Pro, their PlayStation controller was so alien to me. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, it does not feel comfortable. I can't play this anymore. And here I am with the Pro controller, playing away in Zelda and Blaster Master and all the cool Neo Geo games. I found something really weird about the Neo Geo games. So I can't play in handheld mode. I took the thing off the dock. Oh, let's play some Neo Geo games. Yeah, no, it doesn't recognize the Joy-Cons when they're on the dock. I was like, what? I can't play the Neo Geo games on the go? I've never tested that before, so I didn't know, but yeah, apparently so. And it was funny, Blaster Master. The only thing I had about Blaster Master, when the guy's like, there was no Pro Controller support. I was like, are you kidding me? You put the game with no Pro Controller support? And it was funny. The day after I messaged Sunsoft about it, there was a support file that came down. Oh, it's an upload. Thank you for downloading Blaster Master. It's finished. It's like, I've already had it downloaded. It's like, Pro Controller worked. It's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing game. I love it. I love what they did with that. And I love to get more games like that on the Switch. I'm not a big indie fan sometimes, but most of the indie games I've ever seen were very abstract. I'm not a big fan of abstract media. like Thomas was alone. Everyone loved it. You're a square. You got to fall in love with another square, and all the while you're going through these trials and tribulations of a square, meet all these other rectangles and squares, and I was like, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't understand why people love this game. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. It wasn't for me. And every time I hear indie, and I was like, oh no, more abstract. But no, when I saw the indie showcase video that Nintendo did, I was blown away. I was like, wow, these games look like games. They look amazing. I cannot wait to play them. And I love playing games like that because they harken me back to days when we had the 8-bit Nintendo and the Super NES. And not every game's a AAA title. Not every game should be a AAA title. And people are like, there's no third-party support. Well, I have a PS Pro. So I have third-party support. People say it should be at least powerful as the Xbox One and PS4, or even more powerful. It's like, then it's no different. Why have a third gaming system if you already have one or two, or a second gaming system, and have them doing the same thing, the same games? And it never made a sense to me. You buy a Nintendo machine to play Nintendo games, and as long as I can play my Zelda, my Mario Kart, and some of the other titles like Kid Icarus, Donkey Kong, such like that. That's why I want a Nintendo system. And I think it's so great that they went handheld first, because the Nintendo's great for handhelds. Their handhelds sell like hotcakes. And they made it a handheld first. And the icing on the cake was being able to dock it and playing it on the TV. And I think this did such a bang-up job with this console. I'm so happy with it. And I've never had so much fun with a console in a long time. Yeah, it didn't come with a web browser. It didn't come with Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and such like that. But I've got a million and one things that play those apps. So really, do I need another one out of the box? I'm glad they were focusing on making it a game system first, and later on bringing in the apps. I'm totally okay with that. And I didn't understand the anger people had about that. What? There's no web browser? What? No Netflix? I can't watch my movies on my game system. Yeah. Well, you have a PS4? Yeah, well, watch it on the PS4. I know it's great to be able to watch something on the go, but are you always going to be connected to the internet when you're on the go? Not around here, anyways, where I live. But I remember people were speculating it was going to have 3G or something like that. I doubt it. I remember when we went to PSP or was it the Vita that came with two versions, one with Wi-Fi only, one with 3G and Wi-Fi. Gotta get that SIM card, a data plan. It's great the way it is, and I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. Like I said, I can't stop playing it. Games I got for it, I got, of course, Zelda, I got Bomberman, I got I Am Setsuna, Neo Geo, Turf Masters, Waku Waku 7, Metal Slug 3, Fast RMX, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. It was hard to buy that one because I already had Shovel Knight itself on the PS4, but Treasure Trove was a good buy because it came with all of the DLC, and it came with everything you think of. And the next game I'm thinking of purchasing is Voez. I played it on the Android. I was wondering why, why do I gotta pay $35 for this? It's free on the Android. And I started playing. It's like, oh, all the songs are like behind a paywall. Right now they're all unlocked for limited time, so you can play it. But it's like, wow, it's a lot of money to get these songs. A lot more than what it costs to buy the game on the Switch. And it was actually a game I don't know. It's like, I love rhythm games. I'm pretty much only play Overwatch and Hatsune Miku on my PlayStation 4. I love this Hatsune Miku game. Sega, make some on the Switch. That would be fun. But anyways, I love rhythm games, and I wasn't too sure about this. Once I started playing it on the my phone, I was like, wow, this is a really cool game. And so I watched some videos of it being played on the Switch, and it's like, I'm digging the songs with it, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Maybe I'll pick it up. And I'm teetering on that fence to pull the trigger and get it. I'm not sure, because I know Mario Kart 8's right around the corner. It's less than a month away. Well, it is exactly 1 month. 1 month it'll be here. So maybe I'll just wait and get Mario Kart 8. Who knows? But yes, I'm having so much fun, and they're doing such a great job with it. Can't thank Nintendo enough, and the community, the Nintendo gaming community, man. It's been so long since I've been actually with a community, in a gaming community that just comes together. And I followed C&D through his whole ordeal of him and Triforce on the line, waiting there for 30 days. Hats off to you, buddy. I was like, oh my God, this kid's gonna go to New York, stay in the streets for 30 days. Wow, hats off to you. You did it every day. That's an amazing feat, especially in the snow. It's like, oh God, is the blizzard coming the next day? How are they going to pull it off? And hats off to you guys that stayed in that line and held the line down. That was a lot of fun to watch, and it's just the community coming together. I never really got that in the PlayStation and Xbox community. There was such a toxic community, and I found it even like with League of Legends and Dota 2 and it's different gaming communities I try to become part of, but they're just didn't feel like they were accepting. Now I made some friends in the PlayStation community, made some friends in the Xbox community, but I've made a lot of friends in the Nintendo community. It really symbolizes what I've done in gaming. Like, I play games I have fun. This is the most fun. The Switch is the most fun I've had in a long while playing video games. So much so that I'm more at home playing the classics on an emulator and playing new games on the PlayStation 4. Like I said before, I talked to my wife about it. I'm pretty sure I think I'm burnt out on AAA titles. Not like AAA titles for like Zelda and Mario Kart and such like that, but AAA titles like Horizon Zero Dawn, the Calls of Duties, the Battlefields, and Battlefield 1. Like that there's the title. I was excited for it. I got the game. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. If you like dying every time you spawn in. That quickly came off my Xbox One, and it's just once I put down one of those games, it's so hard to pick it back up. And with the Nintendo Switches, I never felt that. So thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Nintendo gaming community, that rejuvenated me to love Nintendo again and love gaming and just have fun and not get bored of what I'm playing. Kind of like, oh, I gotta trudge through this, and I never felt that with Zelda. Zelda's always a new adventure for me every time I turn it on, because there's always something to do, there's always some place to go, some new thing to see. And I've watched my wife play it, and I've watched other people play it online, and it's always different. I never sit back, oh, I remember doing it. Yeah, this is the same stuff I've done. And every time I see someone playing it, it's like, oh, they got this cool armor, they got this, and they have this type of weapon. And I see my wife playing, oh, she's got this armor and this, and when she watches me play, it's like, oh, I've never done it this way. I've done it. And there's so much stuff to do in Zelda, and so many ways to figure out puzzles. It's great to see other people doing the same puzzle as you did in a totally different way. And I think they did a tremendous job with that game, and that's what we come to expect from games. I mean, we got to remember that Zelda is the first generation. I wouldn't say a first generation Switch game, because it's actually a port from Wii U, but it's the first generation game. It was out in the first generation of the system's life cycle, and it's just amazing. It can only get better, right? It can only go up from here, and Nintendo they're going up and up and up and up. They're always sold out. Every shipment that comes in everywhere, even around here, is sold. The Pro controllers around here are still sold out. Cases are sold out. Accessories are sold out. Games are sold out. Binding of Isaac sold out. Bomberman was the first game to start selling out. I was like, wow, Bomberman. And all I gotta say one thing about Bomberman: Konami, fix your shit. That's all I'm gonna say. That laggy server I want to play it online, but it's so laggy. It's Konami's servers. It's not Nintendo or anything, because I play Fast RMX online, and it plays beautifully online. But Bomberman, back there for a sec, son, and fix it. It's just, I love Bomberman. I want to play it with people, but unfortunately, it's laggy. So hopefully, with that last update that came out, was supposed to fix stability issues and multiplayer lag. They didn't fix any multiplayer. It almost seemed like it got worse. But hopefully with the next update, they can take care of that. I've been rambling on here for like 13 and a half minutes, almost 14 minutes. Wow. Anyways, I said what I have to say. My Switch impressions are out. I give it all the thumbs up I can and more. If I had to sit back and do it again, I would definitely buy it again. Like I told my wife when I got Mass Effect Andromeda, I think this is my last grasp of keeping my PS4 Pro. This is the last thing I'm gonna buy big for it, that I want to see because I was talking about trading it in and just buying Switch stuff and just having one system. Maybe I will. In the comments, should I trade my PS4 Pro and just stick with the Switch and not worry about any of these AAA games coming out for the PlayStation 4 Pro? Or I mean, there's nothing I really want to play except for MLB The Show. And that looks like more of the same, even though it's been updated and revamped and such. Man, my phone just keeps getting messages. Shut up, phone. I'm doing a talk. Anyways, yes. Say in the comments whether I should trade my PlayStation in and just stick with the Switch and just be a Nintendo user again with only a Nintendo. It's like the 3DS. We have Tomodachi and some other games, and we've got rid of our 3DS a while ago to get some PlayStation 4 games, and itching to get a 3DS again, but I don't know if I'd play it because I have a Switch. That's the thing. I love my Switch. Should I trade my PlayStation 4? Because like I said, I'm only really using it for Hatsune Miku, Overwatch, and Netflix and YouTube. And Netflix and YouTube I can use on my PC. Anyways, this is Mike. If you like this, subscribe. And if you subscribe to my YouTube, make sure you hit that little bell for notifications that lets you notify you when I get a next video online. Hope you enjoyed this. It's just me rambling about my Switch. I finally got my scissor arm for my mic so I can sit here and just talk with my hands. That doesn't make any sense, but when I explain things and such, I like to use my hands. In Canada, like we say, like a French person. That's not racist. We say, because French people in Canada talk with their hands all the time. Their hands are always moving, and I'm very animated when I talk. And when I do my movie reviews, I know it may seem stiff because I'm holding my mic because my stand for my mic broke, and I didn't have a scissor arm yet. And now I have my scissor arm, and I can just sit here and talk. It frees me from the constraints of a handheld mic. Whatever that means. Anyways, guys, have fun. Like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and of course YouTube and Instagram. And, wherever else you may find me, I'm there, sitting there, having fun, eating cheese. Peace.